just been there for me when I need them.
A very warm, safe environment.
But Women's Work have been really supportive and done me proud, really.
Women's Work started in 2003, and I think at the time my main aim was to just find out what the women needed. Over the last 10 years, the project, or the agency should I say, has really mushroomed to be something quite unique in Derbyshire. I don't think there's many agencies like us that offer such a wide range of support services under one roof. We have a learning mentor, we have the counselling, we have the skills workshop, we have the health workshops. We rein in so many different partners to help us deliver. I mean, the problems we're trying to address, are national, worldwide. No one agency can have a huge impact alone. And so for us, our partnerships are really key to the work that we do.
The outreach sessions, we run them 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, from the hours of 10 in the evening till 12 o'clock. The outreach service enables Women's Work to make contact with street sex workers in what's known as the Red Light District of Derby, and it's where we can go and speak on a one-to-one basis with street sex workers and offer them support around substance misuse, about remaining safe while they're sex working, and other varieties of housing. If they've got homelessness issues, we can help with all of that.
Outreach, they support the street workers while they're out working during the night. They'll drive around for a couple hours, 2 or 3 nights a week, and it's nice to know that they're out there, looking out for us and checking in on us, really. I'm actually on a community order that has 40 hours ETE, and although that's employment, training, education, I've swapped it over to Women's Work. So I get to come in now and I do the workshops and I do the drop-in, but I'm also having one-to-one with a key worker, and it is helping a lot, and it gets me out of bed each day.
The Link Work project has been going for 3 years. Originally it was funded by the Parenting Fund, and since that it's continued to support families affected by substance or alcohol misuse. So families can come here and gain support for various different things such as health and well-being. We can look at the recovery programme and work with other services. Some families come because of issues that they're having with handling children's behaviour or teenage behaviour, lack of confidence, if there's been a family breakdown and some kind of distress that's happened, and just supporting the family as a unit. From working within the project, we have had many people achieve goals that they never thought they would achieve, whether it's a dad going back to work after 5 or more years and being able to support his family financially, whether it's a mum getting a job after being a single parent for a long time. There's lots of different things that people want to achieve, and as long as we can support that person in achieving that goal, it's a success. From working within the Link Work project, we've developed a programme called the Little Links programme, which is going to be funded for 3 years by the Children in Need. That project is solely to support children that are living with substance or alcohol misuse or being directly infected by a parent with substance or alcohol misuse problems. The programme looks at supporting children throughout a 6-week programme with other children in a group setting, looking at different ways to cope with emotional trauma as a result of living within a household with that issue.
Hi, my name's Diane Russell, I'm 29, and I've got involved in the women's programme by social services. Been to coffee mornings here, strengthening families, and yeah, they do a lot of stuff here. Definitely, I've come up on eats and bounds here. I had depression a couple of years ago, and I wouldn't come out of my shell, wouldn't speak to anyone or anything, but now I come here, makes me feel a lot better, and I speak to everyone, I'm like my old self again. I've got a little boy, he's 7, and a little girl, she's 10. They've loved going to Easter activities on half term, and Mother's Day cards and that, yeah, and Christmas, they loved the Christmas party they had, and that was great. But yeah, it's helped them a lot.
The Turnaround Project supports women, and the aim of the project is to reduce re-offending. So most of our referrals come from probation. We do get some from the prisons when women are about to be released. And we support those women really across all the pathways of accommodation, finance benefits, employment, families, relationships, historical abuse. It can have such a devastating effect on a family if a woman's sent to prison for a short sentence, because it can mean that might lose the family, might lose the home. And when they come back out of prison, then there's a lot of support networks to set up again. It's a really difficult thing, and we've got women who now, are able to have contact with the children. They're able to have overnight contact with the children unsupervised, because they've managed to recover from a substance problem. They've managed to secure accommodation and managed to be budgeting, paying the bills, on training courses and looking for employment. So it makes me really proud of them.
The development of the life skills workshops are really around the fact that the ladies who come to us very often have not got these life skills that we take for granted, or they may have some and not others. And then it's really working on the skills that they both have got and they haven't got in terms of independence. So being able to actually complete paperwork for themselves, that's a pain to all of us, but not relying on other people to do that. Being able to work out their own finances and their own budget and deal with that. And be able to help their children, support their children. Obviously the longer term goal is to sort of progress into either further education or employment. That's really amazing, when that happens. We've had 2 ladies who've actually gone to university and are going to be going to university again in September to complete an access programme. So that, from an educational point of view, is brilliant.
My name is Sarah Brignall, and I found out about women's work when I was a drug user and I was selling drugs and I was working the streets, and they used to come out on outreach. It started when I was fighting for my children, and social services said that I had to do a lot of gaining trust with people and groups and things. So I came here and asked Maureen and I asked Lindsay, and they put me onto things, and then they asked if I got any certificates to do things. So I showed them what I'd learnt in prison, and one of them was a sewing certificate. So they've kind of enrolled me into doing a sewing class, which the women love. They love bringing in their clothes, mending them. At the moment we're doing it for a charity ball. So yeah, they love it, they absolutely love it. So, and I enjoy doing it anyway. I was very low self-confidence when I first came here. It's brought me out of my shell a lot. It's helped me to interact with the girls, and the girls interact with me back. They come and talk to me about their problems, and I don't mind listening to them. It makes me feel better sometimes because I've got over it. It kind of helps them to know that I've actually been there, so they feel easier talking to me than someone that hasn't.
They've come through such hardships, some of them. They've actually undergone so many different challenges in their lives, which pales into insignificance when I look at some of the things that we have to deal with on a daily basis.
It's just anything that's what's involved in your family at the minute, what's involved in your lives. There's something going on. They'll work through how to get that better.
I see that lady when she comes in. She doesn't drink. She's now looking for employment. She's now having positive contact with her children. She's now got her own home.
If I didn't have women's work, really, I would have probably still been on the streets.
That without women's work, some of these women would never have been helped along as much, and it's because of the charity that we work for, and obviously the funding and everyone who the backing, the committee and everything, that we can do this work.
A pure female, comfortable area where you're safe and you're very warmly welcomed. It's just a great place to be, it really is.